Welcome to Most Institute Culinary School. I am Chef Larlene Cantago, your chef instructor for NC2 Cookery Training. But before we start, let us all stand up for the opening prayer. Amen. Now let's have our attendants say present and raise your hand when I call your name. Mr. Alberto?
Present.
Miss Magno?
Present.
Thank you. This training recognizes prior learning. It means that all your past experiences and trainings will be credited to you. So I'll be handing over data gathering checklist and try to answer it within 5 minutes. Thank you for answering. Now please answer the self-assessment checklist. These are a list of competencies that you might have undergone during your past work experiences and trainings. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer. Looking at your self-assessment checklist, I can see that Mr. Alberto has work and training experience in COC1 preparing hot meals and COC2 preparing cold meals. Please bring your certificates next meeting so I can validate your competencies.
Yes, Ma'am.
And for Ms. Magno, you have not declared any competencies, so that's okay. That's why we are here to train. Now we will proceed to our orientation. Sit back and let's look at the slides. Welcome again to our Cookery Nc Ii orientation. We will be talking about the overview of your qualification, the objectives of the program and competencies, what is CBT or competence-based training, the 10 principles of CBT, the difference between CBT and traditional teaching, my role as a trainer, your roles as trainees, the parts of CBLM, the methodologies, and the evaluation tools that we will be using. The overview of qualification. Our training is entitled Cookery Nc Ii. It belongs to the sector tourism or in the hotel and restaurant industry. After complying with this training, you will be competent in taking positions such as garmanger, pastry chef, or hot kitchen positions such as cook or commis and assistant cook. The total training duration is about 316 hours. Your qualification consists of competencies that a person must achieve. These are how to clean kitchen, how to prepare hot, cold meals, and desserts for guests in various food and beverage service facilities. The competencies are divided into 3 components, namely basic, common, and core competencies. There are 13 total core competencies, and you will be undergoing these 13 meticulously. What is CBT, or competency-based training? It is a training delivery approach that focuses on the competency development of the learned as a result of training. It emphasizes on what the learner can actually do. It focuses on outcomes concerned with the attainment and application of knowledge, skills, and attitude to a specific level of competency. There are 10 principles of CBT or competency-based training. Some of these principles are: it is based on curriculum developed from the competency standard, it is modular in its structure, training delivery is learner-centered, it is based on work that must be performed, training materials are directly related to the competency standard and curriculum modules. Also, one very important thing to take note of, this is a training that allows multiple entry and exit. There are few differences in CBT versus traditional teaching. One of the differences is instructors focus on managing instructions in traditional teaching, while in CBT, trainees focus on managing learning. Another difference is students all cover the same material in traditional teaching, but in CBT, different trainees may be trained for different unit of competency within the same program. Also, in traditional teaching, very little continuous feedback is given, while in CBT, immediate feedback is given at critical points in the learning process. My role as a CBT trainer is, number one, serves as a team member to determine what is to be learned. Your role as a CBT trainee is that you have to know what to select, what you want to learn, and when you want to learn it. You can also learn at your own rate. You may request to receive credit for what you already know. You may choose how you want to learn it, and you are responsible for what you are learning and when you will learn it. CBLM, or Competency-Based Learning Material, is a simply well-designed and carefully developed learning material that gives trainees detailed instructions to guide them through the learning process. It's basically your manual during the training. CBLM contains media related to the training. It is also a guided learning module toward achieving the competency required in the workplace. The parts of CBLM are the front page, list of competencies, module content, learning outcome summary, learning experiences, information sheet with self-check and answer key, operation, task, and job sheets with performance criteria checklist. It also has other references for further reading. The methodologies used in this training are self-paced, modular, demonstration, presentation, and structured learning exercises. The tools used for evaluations are written test, demo, and oral questioning. You will have progress chart and achievement chart where you can see and monitor your progress in the training. Any questions, trainees? Now let's move on to our diagnostic or pre-test. The scores will not be recorded, but I will be expecting an increase in the exams at the end of the training, which is the pre-test. So good luck to you. I'll give you 30 minutes to answer. Now let's move on to our facility tour. This, by the way, is our classroom or contextual learning area. This is where we hold our lectures. This is our library, also known as the learning resource area. And this is our kitchen, also known as the practical work area. This area is our institutional assessment area where we will conduct all assessments. And this is our computer lab. You can use the computer and internet provided here for research. And this is the distance learning area, also part of the computer lab. Here we have Wi-Fi available. This area here is our quality control. All your dishes and projects will be checked here. And this is our support service area, or the admin. The staff can assist you in your administrative needs. And lastly, this is my office, the trainer's resource area. And that's it for our facility tour. Any questions?
None, Mom.
Thank you. This is the end of our day 1. We will see you next meeting, and Mr. Alberto, don't forget to bring your certificate so I can validate your declared competencies.
Yes, sure.
See you and goodbye. Welcome to day 2 of our cookery training. Let us all stand in prayer. Amen. When I call your name, raise your hand and say present For the attendance, Mr. Alberto,
Present.
Miss Magno.
Present.
Thank you. The diagnostic test yesterday got a very impressive scores. Mr. Alberto got 85 and Miss Magno got 75. I'm hoping during the pre-test it will be increased. Now, Mr. Alberto, can you hand over the certificates I asked of you last meeting so we can validate your competencies? Thank you. You will be undergoing written exam, demonstration, and oral recitation to evaluate your competencies. Miss Magno, here is your CBLM. And you'll proceed to Learning Resource Area to start your self-paced study of COC1, Preparing Hot Meals. Read the training materials and answer self-check. Review with the given answer key and familiarize yourself also with the task provided for the demonstration. See you in 1 hour in the kitchen. Trainee A, let's go to the institutional assessment area. Here is your written exam, and I'll give you 30 minutes to answer. Good luck. Mr. Alberto, here is your assessment instructions. You have 2 hours to prepare 1 hot soup and 1 cold appetizer. I'll be around observing you, so be mindful of your safety and hygiene practices. Do you have any questions?
None so far, Mom.
Let's start. Miss Magno, are you done with your self-paced study? And what is the score of your self-check?
10 over 10,
Very
Chef.
good. Now let's proceed to the kitchen. Wear your proper attire so you can start your task for COC1. I'll be around, so be mindful of your safety and your hygiene. And you can approach me anytime for questions and clarifications. You may start.
Chef, I don't know how to thicken the soup.
All you have to do is use a blender, puree the cooked vegetable, and once it's pureed, you add it back to the stock and simmer, season to taste, and that's it. Do you understand?
Yes, Chef.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes to check your work. All right, Mr. Alberto, your time is up. Are you ready to present your work?
Yes, Chef. I prepared crab
Okay.
and corn soup and Vietnamese spring rolls with sriracha
All
sauce.
right. Now for your follow-up question, Mr. Alberto, what are the factors to consider in bacterial growth?
Food, acid time, temperature, oxygen,
Right,
moisture,
very good. For your dishes, I appreciate that you really served it hot for the hot soup and cold for the cold appetizer. However, it is good to use fresh crab and fresh corn as it is healthier. And for your appetizer, it is well executed. However, it could be nice to have a lesser spicy version of the sauce. But overall, I am proud of the work and is very well done. Congratulations, you passed COC1 and COC2. Here's your certificates of achievements, and I'll be updating your progress chart and achievement chart. Mr. Alberto, you may now proceed to the learning resource area. Your CBLM for the next COC will be on the table. You may start reading for the self-paced study, answer and review, and familiarize also yourself with the task sheet. I will give you 1 hour. Miss Magno, are you ready for your COC1 assessment?
Yes, Chef.
All right, let's go to the institutional assessment area. And here is your exam sheet. You have 30 minutes to answer. "30 minutes is up. Let me collect your exam and answer sheet. And here is your assessment demonstration instructions. You have 1 hour to do the assessment. Be mindful with safety and hygiene, and I'll be around to observe you. All right, your 1 hour starts now. Mr. Alberto, are you done with your self-paced study? What is your self-check score?
Perfect, Chef.
Very good. Now let's proceed to the kitchen area for your COC3 practice. Are you ready? In the task information sheet, you have 1 hour to prepare a dessert. Always be mindful with safety and hygiene, and I'll be around for observation, and you may approach me anytime you have questions. Miss Magno, are you done?
Yes, chef.
All right. For your follow-up question, what is temperature danger zone?
4 degrees to 60 degrees Celsius, chef.
Very good. Now for your soup, it's good that you served it hot. It is very well seasoned. However, it's a little bit rough, the texture. It is good to blend it a minute or so to make it smoother. However, it is tasty. The color is appetizing. So good job. And for your written assessment, you got 85%, which is very good. And I will now give you your certificate of achievement, and I will update your progress and achievement chart. Congratulations for passing COC1. Mr. Alberto, your 30 minutes is up. Let's now proceed to the institutional assessment area. Here is your exam sheet, and you have 30 minutes to answer it. Good luck. Mr. Alberto, I'm going to collect your exam and answer sheet now. Your 30 minutes is up. Here is your demonstration instruction sheet, and you have 1 hour to complete the task. Be mindful of your hygiene and your safety. Good luck. Time's up, Mr. Alberto. Present now your dish.
Chef, this is my banana chocolate crepe.
So your follow-up question is, name at least 3 food packaging material that are environmentally friendly.
Chef, banana leaf packaging, paper packaging, and glass
Correct.
packaging.
Well, your prepared dish or dessert is well executed. For improvement, you may use a different type of dish that highlights your dessert. But the taste is very well done, not so sweet, very delectable. Good job. And your written exam score is also very high, which is 90%. Here is your certificate of achievement, and I will update your progress chart and your achievement chart. Now let's proceed to the learning resource area. Well done today. Did you learn a lot?
Yes, chef.
All right. So see you next meeting for more activities to comply. Goodbye. Good morning, trainees, and welcome to day 3 of our Cookery Nc Ii training. Let us all stand in prayer. Amen. When I call your name, say present and raise your hand. Mr. Alberto,
Present.
Miss Magno,
Present.
thank you. So, today let us review our progress. Miss Magno, you have completed your COC1 last meeting. Well done. And today you will be continuing with COC2, preparing cold meals. Here is your CBLM, and you may proceed to the learning resource area for your self-paced study, and see you in 1 hour. Now for Mr. Alberto, you have completed all your COCs. Congrats! Today you'll be undergoing the post-test. Proceed to the institutional assessment area for the exam, and you have 45 minutes to finish. Good luck! "45 minutes is up, Mr. Alberto. Let me check your assessment. Well done, you have 95%, an improvement from your diagnostic test. Great work, Mr. Alberto. Here is your certificate of completion. But before we dismiss, I hope you can help improve our training center. We have here a training evaluation form. Submit when you're done. Thank you for answering our evaluation form, Mr. Alberto. Now let me present to you our certificate of training for completing the required hours for NC2 cookery training, signed by our head admin of Most Institute Culinary School, Mr. Deo Paradyang, and Mr. Chenzo Flor, our head chef instructor. Congratulations. For the application of the NC2 assessment, just prepare 3 passport size ID picture and 1,300 pesos for the fee. Give it to the admin office. Congratulations once again for completing your required training outcomes, Mr. Alberto, and we hope and pray that you will succeed in this industry. Good luck.